Yes, well, back with you. Hello again, Jim Burns. What we got going on here today is an update to our Williams Hudson drive shaft. Uh, if you remember, we experimented with a rigid drive shaft, and then we went to the rubber hose, the vacuum line, which was real nice, but it wouldn't hold up once I put the weight behind it, so just kept spinning off the shaft. Like I said, I could have put some clamps around it, but I wanted to try this. And if you remember, I mentioned in the last video something from the RC car world. You know, I know they have lots of drive shafts and universal joints. So I went on my search online and I came across these universal joints right here on Amazon, and they look pretty nice to me, so I'm gonna try them. This is a single. I think I would have preferred a double universal joint, one that's closer to the motor and one that's closer to the gearbox. So that would have been a double U joint, but we're going to try this first and see. All the double U joint ones, they were way too long. So I didn't want to mess around with cutting and fitting too much. So right now, anyway, if it comes to that, I'll do it. But anyway, this single universal joint from an RC car drive shaft. All right. These have single set screws as opposed to the double set screw that was on the original fittings. But we'll see how that holds up. That's all right. This is a 26 millimeter from end to end, and it's got a 3 millimeter bore. Now 3 millimeters is just a hair under 1/8 of an inch, which our shafts on the motor and gearbox are. So I was able to drill that out with a 1/8 inch drill bit, and they slip onto the shafts real nice. No wobble, no wiggle. Real nice slip fit. So we got her mounted, and I wanted to share this with you. I oiled the center here where the ball is. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you this. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Because of that 23 millimeter, I would have much rather had 26 millimeter. And I could have come back further on the motor shaft and the gearbox shaft. But like I said, those were so long I didn't want to get into cutting those down either. So even though they were just single universal joints. Is that clear as mud? But what I did do is I moved the motor bracket up to that second set of holes which were provided in the bracket, and you can see there, just ahead of that screw is the first holes that were in the original mounting position, but I moved them backwards, and then that pushes the motor closer to the gearbox. So that's what I did there. All right. And so I wanted to share this with you. We'll give her a spin. I got her hooked up already. We'll see how she reacts. You can see the downward trajectory of the universal joint as it heads towards the gearbox there, but seems to be running pretty smooth. There's no vibration with it. I mean, it's up on wooden blocks, so there's some vibration, but when they push down on the frame, there's not much difference. Oh yeah, quiets down when I push down on the front. And it starts vibrating on the wooden block. So hopefully once it's on the rails, it'll shut up a little bit. Zoom you out here if I can. There she goes. Speed her up a bit. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Everything's running real smooth. And then it'll take some breaking in of that universal joint. I think I said I oiled the center ball there, but you know, you got to work these things in. So we'll leave it at that. I think this is a success. And if I come across a better type of U-joint, I know they make one with these types of U-joint fittings on either end, but then instead of a ball in the middle, they have a spring. And I was eyeing that one up pretty good. The length was a little too long. I could shave each end of the fitting, but I'll have to do some more figuring on that one. I got to get the measurements and write them all down and see what I can remove before it hits the set screw mounts. So, and I'm not much on the millimeter stuff, so I'm gonna have to learn about that too. But I think this is going to be a successful mounting here. We'll see. This is a heavy locomotive, and what I'm going to do is going to put the body back on, hook her up to the tender, which is almost as heavy as the locomotive, and see if she can pull her own weight with this drive shaft without disintegrating into dust and pieces. We'll see. Yeah, but I'll put it all together temporarily, because I still want to tear this thing completely down and give her a good cleaning and inspection on everything, but I want to get it running first. So I'll put her all back together, put her on the rails, and give her the once-over, all right? So I'll bring you back when I do that, and I'll throw a picture up here before we get to running it on the rails. I got these at Amazon, if I didn't say. These were purchased at Amazon. I think you get 4 in a package with all the set screws and an Allen wrench. And like I said, I'll throw a picture of the order that I bought. Yeah, 3mm by 26, 3mm by 23mm. Yeah. So we'll go with this one for now and see how it holds up. All right, I'll bring you back when I got the body on and hooked up and ready to ride the rail. All right. All right, guys, she's lit up anyway. Let's see how she does. pretty good. Yes, sir. I'm liking that. It's doing the 054 curves real good. So we're happy about that. Alright. Yeah, that boiler front needs to be fixed there, but she's running. I'm not 100% happy. I'd still rather have the a double U-joint shaft, but for now we know she's running and she can hang the rails here, and she can make our 054 curves without any trouble. So I think that'll be it for today. Toodles.